We talk a lot on this channel about the coolest and newest products for PC gaming because if you're into gaming, it's exciting to talk about the latest and greatest stuff out there, and because that helps us avoid the, awkward situation where we accidentally remake content about the same bloody thing. Because if we always do the latest and greatest, then in the past we did that latest and greatest, and now we do the new latest and greatest. But the problem is that most of the time, those new flagship class products are on the high end, both in terms of their specs and features, and in terms of that cash money. And let's face it, most of us aren't, rolling around with people grabbing out our feet through the crowd like this or whatever. So,
yeah.
But the good news is just because you're on a budget doesn't mean you can't have a decent gaming setup. So let's talk about a few gaming peripherals that you can feel good about buying without getting punched in the sternum, figuratively or literally. Depends where you're getting them from. So as I said, today we're focusing on peripherals, not the actual tower itself. Making a decent budget build could and probably will be an entire video all of itself. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to see that. For now, we've got Riley's picks for what he thinks are the best budget options for a gaming mouse, keyboard, headset, and monitor. It's funny, the script says, dude, and it's almost like Riley was yelling at me from beyond the grave about dropping his keyboard. So this is the Logitech G302 Daedalus Prime. It's got a 4000 dpi optical sensor that uses Logitech's Delta Zero technology, which is supposed to help with low sensitivity accuracy, jitter, acceleration, and surface compatibility. We actually did a video on it here, so you can click for a more in-depth explanation. It's got 6 programmable buttons, onboard memory to store button profiles, and slick LED lighting with a rubberized cord that's pretty strong, I guess. And so yeah, it goes for about $40 US, and as far as entry-level mice go, it is a solid pick. Next up is the keyboard. Now, a lot of people say that for budget gaming peripherals, just about any keyboard will do. And there is some truth to that. So if you subscribe to that notion, then grab any old wired keyboard. Logitech has them for under 20 bucks. But if you're looking for some gaming features packed into an inexpensive model, you might want to check out the TT eSports Challenger Prime. It's got 6 dedicated macro keys, 3 profile switching keys, and 6 multimedia keys. It also has 3 options for backlight color: red, blue, and a mixture of red and blue that I like to call bled, or purple, with different brightness and pulsing modes. Curiously, this big dial in the middle is actually not for volume. It controls the backlight brightness. It is a membrane keyboard, but actually has a pretty decent feel and a relatively short travel distance. So it's about as good as membrane gets until you get into like trying to find old premium membrane keyboards or like hybrid Toper switches or something like that. So this keyboard stuffs a bunch of gaming features and it still comes in around 30 bucks US, or about 6 lattes. Moving on to our budget headset, we've chosen the Corsair Raptor HS30. It's a closed-back gaming headset with large ear cushions and a noise-canceling mic. Sorry, I couldn't hear myself. Large ear cushions and a noise-canceling mic on a swiveling arm. It's got 40mm neodymium drivers, which is going to give you like okay sound quality. It comes with an inline mic and volume control on its 6-foot cable, along with a voice and mic splitter. It actually looks like a more expensive headset than it is, with the glossy headband and clean red and black color scheme, but there's not really a ton of bells and whistles. It's just 40 bucks US, and it'll do you fine without breaking the bank. Decent build quality as well. And lastly, our budget option for a gaming monitor is the incredibly well-named AOC E2260SWDN. Wow, that's really memorable. You'll just have to come back and refer to this video again next time you want to know what it is. It's a 22-inch 1080p LED backlit monitor. It's got a TN panel, so it's not going to blow anyone away in terms of its color reproduction, but on the other hand, it's rated at a 5 millisecond response time, which is fine in terms of inputs. It's only got DVI and VGA, which is fine. So if you're going for this, make sure your video card has a DVI output. It really should. It also has tilt, but no swivel or height adjustment. I mean, come on, you gotta give up something for the sake of price. And around 130 bucks US, it's pretty inexpensive. So yeah, it's not gonna blow anyone out of the water, but as long as you don't get water on it, it should serve you just fine. Of course, there are some honorable mentions here as well. Most of them are a little bit more expensive. The Logitech G300S mouse adds a few more buttons and a sculpted palm-friendly design, just like me, for 10 more bucks, but lowers the max DPI to 2500 from the 4000 here. Razer's Deathstalker Essentials gaming keyboard uses Razer's customization software, which is good, and clean design, but loses the dedicated gaming buttons of the Challenger Prime. The Corsair HS40 adds a USB dongle for 7.1 surround sound compatibility, while retaining the same overall design for another 10 bucks. And BenQ's GL2450HM is a 24-inch monitor with 2 millisecond response time, but it is quite a bit more expensive. With that said, a monitor is, out of all of these ones, is the one that is most likely to last the longest. Well, I shouldn't say that. Keyboards and headsets can last a long time. Mice, you can tend to go through a little bit faster. The monitor, though, you spend a lot of your time looking at, even when you're not gaming. So I don't mind spending a bit more on a monitor. So there you go. These peripherals should get you gaming with, minimal casualties to your bank account. So don't let anyone tell you PC gaming is unaffordable. Let us know though, guys, what did you think of our choices? Comment down below with a favorite inexpensive gaming thing that you use. That's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. You can click over here to watch more videos. You can follow us on social media over here. You can like or dislike this video, whatever twiddles your thumbs. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX.
Keep doing that for a while.
Faster, faster, harder.
Oh, slow down.